Howdy everyone, it's Reese, aka Bearman Prime here on this January the 11th. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you for joining me. Card in the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist. You can get caught up and make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell as always so you are not missing a thing. So yesterday we saw God come to Abraham and Sarah and tell them that they, in their old age, will have a son who will be called Isaac later on. We're actually going to move away from Abraham and Sarah for a bit, and we're going to focus on Lot right now. So, if you remember back in chapter 12, Lot was Abraham's nephew who left with him from Haran to this land of Canaan. And at some point down the line, Abraham and Lot went their separate ways. Abraham went one way, stayed in Canaan, while Lot went a different way and somewhere else. And he actually ended up in the city of Sodom. And now, of course, you may or may not have heard of the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Heard those names before. So Sodom and Gomorrah were a pair of cities back in this time, and they were known for being extremely sinful cities. Like every kind of depravity and vile thing you could think of was happening in this place. It was just corrupt. It was twisted. It was just a bad place. And when people invoke the names of Sodom and Gomorrah today, it's still a synonym for sin and depravity and just nastiness. Just the worst of the worst. And we're going to see what happens to that today, what God does with Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot is living in Sodom right now with his family, despite all of this. And God has sent two angels, and he tells Abraham, hey, I'm going to destroy those two cities because they are just so bad. I'm just going to wipe them out. But Abraham knows, and God knows, of course, that Lot is there. And so Abraham begs God, please, save my family there. Save Lot and his family. Get them out of there before you destroy that place. So these angels go, and they're making their case to Lot, telling him that you need to leave because we're going to destroy this place. And Lot tries to bargain with them as well and say, hey, if you can find, just 10 righteous people in this city, will you spare it? And they said, yeah, if you can find us 10 righteous people in this, hellhole of a city, we'll spare it. But unfortunately, there was none to be found. It was too far gone at that point, and so we're going to pick it up there. So starting in chapter 19, verse 15. The next morning at dawn, the angels were trying to make Lot hurry. They said, this city will be punished, so take your wife and your 2 daughters who are still with you, and leave this place. Then you will not be destroyed with the city. When Lot did not move fast enough, the 2 men grabbed his hand. They also took the hands of his wife and his 2 daughters. The 2 men led Lot and his family safely out of the city. The Lord was kind to Lot and his family. So after the 2 men brought Lot and his family out of the city, one of the men said, now run to save your life. Don't look back at the city, and don't stop anywhere in the valley. Run until you are in the mountains. If you stop, you will be destroyed with the city. But Lot said to the 2 men, sirs, please don't force me to run so far. You've been very kind to me, your servant. You've been very kind to save me, but I cannot run all the way to the mountains. What if I am too slow and something happens? I will be killed. Look, there is a very small town near here. Let me run to that town. I can run there and be safe. The angel said to Lot, very well, I'll let you do that. I will not destroy that town. But run there quickly. I cannot destroy Sodom until you are safely in that town. That town is named Zor, because it is a small town. Lot was entering the town as the sun came up, and the Lord began to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. He caused fire and burning sulfur to fall from the sky. He destroyed the whole valley, all the cities and the people living in the cities, and all the plants in the valley. Lot's wife was following behind him and looked back at the city. When she did, she became a block of salt. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and went to the place where he stood before the Lord. Abraham looked down into the valley toward the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. He saw clouds of smoke rising from the land, like smoke from a furnace. God destroyed the cities in the valley, but he remembered what Abraham had said. So God sent Lot away from those cities before destroying them. Yeah, so that may seem harsh. Remember, and I keep repeating this, God is just. He is right. His ways are right. His ways are just. There's no getting around that. So if God says, I must destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, he's got good reason to. He's in the right. One thing I want to touch on here is that Lot's wife. So I know that seems strange. Now remember, the angel told Lot and his family, don't look back, or you're going to get destroyed too. And that's kind of a picture of God saying that, hey, turn away from sin. Turn away from your old life, from the old, sin nature that you were born with. Turn away from that and keep moving forward with me. If you look back, you're going to get caught. You're going to get destroyed if you look back at your sin like that. And that's a warning for us that we should not go back to what we were. We should always keep moving forward with God next to us. But unfortunately, Lot's wife didn't obey in the same way. She looked back at the city as it was being destroyed for whatever reason, whether it was just to, idle curiosity to see what was happening or because she regretted, leaving something there or whatever. But she looked back, and as a result, she was turned into a block of salt and killed with it by disobeying. So let this be a lesson and a warning for all of us who allow sin to rule our lives, who we knowingly disobey and live sinful lives. Like I said, let this be a warning for us that eventually it catches up to us and it destroys us. Our sin nature will destroy us without God. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I sure do appreciate it. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.